And Sunday fun day. It's once again no classes, but still gotta study. I don't know. Yesterday was a pretty good day too. I remember I already said I know it looks like I'm wearing the same clothes, but I just have a couple black PJ shirts that I wear sometimes. Okay. But yeah, I was saying yesterday, something about all my YouTube videos not turning out because the fan was on and yada yada yada, and that kind of sucked. But it was a pretty good day yesterday, I would say. I went thrifting, which I'll get into that because I enjoyed my thrift. And I did a little bit of sewing, but first I gotta put on my sunscreen, just morning routine. I did sleep in a bit today. I slept until 8, so lucky me. I've been kind of losing my bedtime schedule a little bit. I've been getting to bed consistently around 9 o'clock. When I was a little more anxious and sad, I was getting to bed maybe around 8 because I was just like, oh well, the sooner you're asleep, the better. So yeah, that was a thing for a little bit there. But right now I'm fine. I'm good. I'm great. Actually I need a haircut, so maybe I'll schedule one in. I don't know anyone here who cuts good curly hair because a majority of the people I have gone to, they kind of just don't even get my hair. Cause it's so varied, it's different. The longer it is, the less it's at a certain length, it's at its most curly. But when it's long, it kind of weighs itself down and gets a lot looser curls. So then when they cut it a little bit, they cut it in that golden zone where it just curls right up. It's oh, we can curl. But when it's pretty short, it doesn't get curly. I don't get it. Sometimes I don't get my hair, so I can't really blame the hairstylists if they don't get it either, okay? So I understand. I understand the pain here. But I'm just I want to get it cut. I think because I tried cutting it myself last time, and that didn't really, it worked for what I wanted it to work, but it's not that good. The back is so much longer and thicker than the rest, because the tops I could really kind of get in there, but the back I was just shink. So it's all one mass, which it would be nicer if it was all had a little bit of layers. That way it would look a little bit nicer, and it would be good to get that done before winter. So maybe that's what I gotta do. I just gotta schedule in. I could go to Tommy Guns or Supercuts. I don't know. I don't care. Everyone's gonna screw up my hair, so I'd rather not pay a ton of money and have them screw it up. And they'd be like, "It looks so good," and I'm like, okay. Sure, kid. Sure. You tried. I call everyone kid, but at least I try not to call people older than me kid because it's a little bit insulting, I guess. Sometimes I call my mom kid. I'm like, okay, kid. Like I said, a little bit insulting. But it's a bad habit I have. I'm just hey, kid. But yeah, no, I gotta get my hair cut. Ooh, I also gotta shave tonight. I'm looking a little scruffy, so gotta shave as well. Okay, yeah. Sorry, this is taking so long. I want to show off all my stuff I got. All my stuff, my whole 4 things. Except I don't have the 4th thing because I'm I don't want to pull that out of the drawer. But I'll talk about it. Okay, there we go. I think I'm good. But yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I just got to study today. I went out thrifting yesterday. I did my class yesterday. It's not raining today, which is nice. Well, it wasn't raining yesterday either, so it's also nice. But today's just a good day, I guess. If I don't know, well, I got a lot to do. I gotta do all my laundry, I gotta study, I gotta rewrite some notes. Because like I said, 2nd week's done. The first midterms start next month, and then I have some finals the month after that. Because my lab finals are in November. And then some class finals, I think, are in December. Sometime between the 7th and 23rd. So, yeah. It's the first terms coming to an end pretty quick. So it's just, you gotta get that studying in once a week, I'd say. From the advice my friend gave me. Okay. Weird. Anyways, so yesterday, like I said, I went to Value Village. Now I can talk about stuff. And as I was walking around, the first thing I saw, okay, I'll go in the order. First thing I saw was this mug. I didn't get the mug. It just had happy faces all over it, and I love happy faces. They're so cheery and just oh, they remind me of my childhood. Anyways, the next thing I saw was this glass purple dolphin. It's very much like a light purple lavender color. It's very cute, if it can focus. Ah, see it, it's adorable. Just focus on the dolphin, not my hand, but it's very pretty, very nice. I love it. I don't like every glass figure thing I see. I have, I think, 3 glass, oh no, I have like 5. I think I have 6. I have a glass jellyfish that my aunt got me that's beautiful and iridescent. I have another glass jellyfish that I got 4 ages ago that's glow in the dark. I have a crystal mushroom that my sister-in-law gave me for Christmas last year. I have a glass dolphin that's blue with blue stripes. I have a glass apple. And then I have this new glass dolphin. So I have a few glass things. I don't like tons of glass things. I like a variety of different things, but this one was just cute. And I love the color. It goes kind of with my theme. And so the thing, I got that because I was like, that's cute. I like it. I have it up there by my level lamp, which is nice. The second thing I got it's the thing I didn't bring out because they're in the drawer, napkin holders. Like it's like these little porcelain ones that are pretty and like they're blue. They're kind of like in that like old porcelain style pottery. And I was like, oh, I don't really like, I like them. I think they're cute, but I don't really use, you know, cloth napkins. And as I was thinking about that, I was like, how much are cloth napkins? And I'm like, wait, I have so much scrap fabric that would work for cloth napkins, and I should use that for that. So I used up my scrap fabric. So first off, I have this nice brown houndstooth. Very cute, very fun. And even if I don't use it for like, I probably will use it for napkins for my mouth because I hear just like good things. I could use it like in my backpack because I sweat like no one's business. And I'm always like grabbing like paper towels to like dab off my face. So I could just use this and just dab, 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 dab. It might take up a bit of my sunscreen, but that's okay. Yeah, these just need to be thrown in the wash because, well, they're already clean. Like, I wash all my fabric before I, like, buy it or use it because that's what you're supposed to do when you sew. But, like, just to get off, like, all these, like, stringy bits, like, just to kind of make them fray a little bit more. But so I have these cloth napkins, which feel exactly like the ones you get at weddings. And then I have this other fabric that I loved that I wish I had more of so I could, like, make an actual cool shirt out of it. But it's, like, this blue camo. It's so old. It's like I had a pair of shorts back in the, like, 2010s that was like this, and I wore them a lot, but I just like it. And they're nice. They'd be nice napkins, real sturdy, durable. So yeah, those also get washed. And it's just like better for the environment, you know. It's like less wasteful and you save more money. Because when you're washing your clothes, you can just toss those in with them. Or if you're like washing towels, just toss them in with them. So it's all good. And then I think that was all I got at VV, because then I was like, I might as well run to Salvation Army across the street. So I went to Salvation Army, and they had those, like, blue, you know, like, it's very whimsigoth. It's like, they're this cobalt blue with, like, suns and moons, like, prints on them. And so they're very cute, and they had 2 cups and 2 wine goblets, and they're selling them all for $60. And I was like, I'm not paying $60 for that. I put back that wine goblet once when I found it at VV, and I was like, I don't really want this. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna willingly spend $60 on that. So I regret putting it back now, but I'll see it again. Like, they come up. So I just gotta keep my eyes out. My eyes peeled. But then, so I didn't get that. So I was walking around the VHS section, and I saw this VHS. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And I was like, I always see that in those TikToks about fall. And I was like, I've never, ever watched it. So I kind of wanted to see what it was about. And I watched it, and it was fine. I was never a big Charlie Brown kid, so, like, I don't have much of, like, a nostalgia filter for it. I always thought, like, the Great Pumpkin did appear. Like, I thought that was the thing, like, it rose up. But that was just from the commercials. Because apparently it never actually did. It was just Snoopy kind of like popping up through the pumpkin patch as he's like reenacting World War like 1 or 2. That was a little weird. He's on his dog, he's like shooting away, and it's like, oh my god. And then he's like fleeing through the French countryside. And I guess like it's a good way to teach kids because I'm like, I remembered that. But he's like just running through like the things, and yeah, it's just weird. And I do feel bad for Charlie Brown. He like his whole character is just to get dunked on. Like, they're trick-or-treating. I got a rock. 3 times he gets a rock. And I searched up, like, why does he just get rocks? Like, and one of the things was, like, in the writer's room, apparently they were talking, and one of the writers was like, that's too cruel, him getting a rock while trick-or-treating. And the other two writers were like, yeah, let's give him 3 rocks. And then apparently the third writer was like, you know what, it was pretty funny. The scene's so popular, like, I got candy, I got a chocolate bar, I got a popcorn ball, I got a rock. It's like, oh my god. You just feel bad for Charlie Brown. Which, that's why maybe I never really watched it, I don't really care for those types of shows where it's like they have the like character that just gets, like, I don't really, like, Family Guy is, like, I watched Family Guy because it was fun, but it was never as good as American Dad. Because Family Guy always had Meg, and that always kind of annoyed me, was just, like, the character that got, like, dunked on all the time, and it's like, okay, is that, like, it's just kind of annoying to the plot. And I get why people do it, like, I think, does South Park do it, like, with Butters or something? But I don't know, it just feels like the character's very, like, it's like, okay. I just never found it funny. But American Dad, they didn't really have that character. All characters kind of got equal screen time, and they got, like, their own plots, which was so funny. Because, like, I was like, oh god, it's so funny when, like, Roger just teams up with any of the characters, or, like, any of the characters do their own thing. But so Charlie Brown, yeah, it's just, like, him getting, like, completely, like, blindsided every time, and it's like, well, that kind of sucks. But, yeah, I felt brown for Charlie Brown's little sister, like, this little, like, blonde kid in the blue dress. Don't know their names. She was like, I gave out my first tricks or treats, and that was weird to hear. Tricks or treats. We all say trick or treat, but yeah, no, it was interesting. Snoopy was cute, so that still holds true. My favorite person was always Woodstock, like, just from, like, pictures, because Woodstock is so adorable. The little parakeet or whatever it is, goldfinch, creature. So yeah, that's just kind of like some of the stuff I thought about when getting that. And then the fourth thing I guess I did buy for, like, 4 things, but the last thing I bought at Vivi was this cute little Christmas decoration. It's this little, like, snowball that has, like, 3 little penguins on it. And I didn't realize until I got in my car that one of the penguins' feet were, like, snapped off and gone. And I was like, But I was like, I can easily fix that. I can make a new one out of, like, air-dried clay, paint it silver, and super glue it on. And it's brand new. So that's just something I can do, I guess. So I think that's going to be kind of fun and cute to do. I mean, like, a little project for the winter time to repair a toy. One winter I got real drunk with my friends, and I made a miniature model of my house out of popsicle sticks, and it, like, turned out real good. Like, it looks like a miniature model of our house. I just had so much fun with it, you know? It was a good time. So I had a blast. But my friend Braylon, she was the one with me, like, we were both drinking and making this, listening to Christmas music. And she had just ended up gluing, like, popsicles together to make, like, a solid palette, and she made, like, 3 of them. She's like, Marco made a miniature model of his house, used hole patch to, like, spackle the house, and then painted the, like, house color. She's like, I made a raft. And I'm like, I love that though, because, like, she's one of my smartest friends. Like, she's just so intelligent, like, just can study like no one's business, and, like, retains information. But so, I guess that's, like, the 2 sides of us. It's, like, the creative side and the intelligent side, which was so funny. So it's like, she has intelligence, I don't. But it reminds me of, like, my 21st birthday when we went. This was when my 21st birthday was 5 years ago. 5. That was, like, the start of 2020. And I was living in Saskatoon with Shayna and Shay, and I wanted to go do, like, something for my birthday. So, like, Mom, she wasn't my sister-in-law yet, like, Jenny. She was just my boyfriend's, or my brother's girlfriend. She was my brother's girlfriend, and it was just, like, we hung out with her. Like, she integrated so well into our family, and she just became a part of it. So I was like, oh yeah, like, do you want to come to Manly Robinson? Mom and I are gonna go there, like, get some cake or, like, some pizza or something, because they have really good prosciutto pizza. And so we went there, got that, and I was like, I kind of want to do an escape room. And Jenny and Mom were like, yeah, we're down. And I was like, okay, well, let me ask Shayna. And so Shayna was like, yeah, sure, I'll come for that. And then so we all went and did this escape room, and it was so cool. We were the only ones there, basically. And we did this cerebral, like, escape room. So there's 3 rooms to it. And we got divided into 2 groups. The creative group and then the analytical group. And Shayna and Jenny went into, like, the analytical group because, like, they're very smart, and Mom and I are very creative, so they're like, well, do the creative room. And like you have no idea what the other person's room looks like. But it's just like our room was like very much favored. Like everything was like, it was like a whole bunch of stuff like nailed to the walls, and like it was painted in such a weird way, and like there was like things on the ceiling, on the floor, on like on all the walls, and it was like very much like a fun house. It looked like it was crazy, and you had one telephone to communicate with the other room, and so we didn't know what each other's rooms looked like, and it was hard to like explain things to each other because like their room, we got to see it at the very end, was like it was all mirrors, and everything was just in like organized boxes all around the room. Like it was perfectly organized. So they saw our room, they're like, oh my god, we didn't know what the heck you guys were talking about. Like our rooms are so completely different. Like ours is so organized and yours is just chaos. Because then you all meet up in the main room, and I kind of screwed us up because there was like this candy machine, and I just turned all the knobs and was like, oh, candy. But all of them were different flavors. That was like a key part of the puzzle, and I was like, I screwed us up. That's like we almost finished. We didn't get to, which was kind of like, come on, lady, we're the only ones here. Like, let us just like take the extra 2 minutes to finish. But it was so fun and interesting, and I like thoroughly enjoyed that. And I was like, I want to do that again. And then we only ever did one more escape room. I did one with like Jenny and then my brother. The three of us went and did this like military room because my brother's in the military, so we're like, let's do the military room. And I don't know, it was just fun. It wasn't as fun as like the cerebral room we did, the brain, because you're trying to solve like a murder, and it was scary, and so I don't know, it was just interesting, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I had such a good time, and like we all got to take a picture after, and they're like, which room do you want to take the picture in? We're like, let's do it in like the cerebral room, because that's cool. Or not the cerebral room, the creative room. And that was just, it was fun. So we have a nice picture of that, and I'm towering over all of them because I'm a giantess. But no, I just thoroughly enjoyed it, I'd say. I had a good time. But I don't know what else I would like. Lately, all my like when I have birthday parties, I kind of fell out of doing birthday parties there because I felt really embarrassed. Like back in grades like 6 and before, I would have huge birthday parties where I invited everyone in the class. Or I think it was grade 5 and before. And then like grade 6 happened, and like people just kind of stopped coming. Like only 3 people came, and I was like, okay, this is embarrassing, and I didn't want to throw a birthday party the next year. And then in grade 8, I threw one more birthday party, and a lot of people came, but then it was kind of just like the last party hadn't moved out of the room, and I don't know where my mom and dad were, and like my brother and sister weren't really helping, and so I just had to clean out the whole room by myself while everyone played at the party. It was at a center or whatever, and I just kind of missed the whole thing. Like I was able to take a quick break and go play for a little bit, and then came back, and I was like, and no one really noticed that I wasn't there, which kind of disappointed me, and I was like spending the whole time cleaning the room. And then when it was time for my cake, pretty much almost everyone except 3 people sat on the other side of the table from me, and I was like, I hate this. So I didn't throw a party for a long while, not until I turned, I think I was 25. Yeah, and I was like, I'm 25. I want to throw like a birthday party. And so I went full cleaning mode. I painted over the walls. Like not like I didn't like repaint all the walls, but like all the scuffs, I like had a little like brush and I was like painting over with our paint color. I was like scrubbed the house like ceiling to floor. Like I made sure everything was clean. I replaced the doorknob. I sanded down the door. Like some like stuff had happened with our door, and I was like, I gotta fix it. I did a full like house refill. I mean replenish, replace, refurnish, and I had such a good time. And it also helps now that I'm older and I can just get drunk and not care on my birthday. So that helps a lot. Back when I was younger, I couldn't, because like I drink maybe twice a year. Now that I moved in with my roommate, we have like drinks every now and again. But before like I moved in with him, it was like I would drink on my birthday and Halloween. 2 things that I would throw parties at. And before that I would drink a lot with certain friends. Because we were just having so much fun. We're like, let's drink! And then like we weren't able to meet up as much, so it's like I just never saw a point in drinking unless like I'm like doing something. So like that's why like I don't think I could be an alcoholic. I could never just like sit at home alone and have a drink, because I see no point in it. So yeah, so now I'm able to get drunk at parties and not care if anyone shows up. I'm like, I'm not gonna get drunk, I'm drinking. So I guess that's just okay. Helicopter, move on. But yeah, so I just don't really care anymore if I'm having a rather bad time because I'm drunk. I have one friend, like one friend will always show up early, and she and I will just start playing beer pong. I have like either the Labyrinth playing on like a VHS player downstairs where the beer pong table is. There's like games going on upstairs, and it was just fun. I enjoy it, and like I just had a good time because my last birthday, no, it was Halloween. My last Halloween party I threw last year. No, it was my birthday. Yes. It was my birthday because everyone brought me presents. But like a blizzard sometimes hits on my birthday. Like bad blizzards hit like my birthday or like the date, like a couple days before. So I was like, don't come if you don't feel safe driving through this blizzard. I'm okay with that. So the people who did come were Sarah, Shayna, I think, I don't know if Hart and Alea or Joni. No, Joni didn't show up because she was too afraid to go through the blizzard. Hart and Alea did show up, and then Heather showed up. Sarah and Shayna stayed the whole time. Sarah got there first, and then then Shayna got there first, then Sarah got there. No. Sarah got there first, then Shayna showed up. And so, like, it just kind of starts off drinking Mario Kart, and then I'm like, let's go play beer pong or something downstairs. And so we do that, and, like, Shayna, like, had just come off of, like, working from the pharmacy, because she's a pharmacist, and so she was busy, so she didn't even get to have her dinner. So she was eating that, like, hanging out on the couch as I was, like, playing beer pong with Sarah. And, like, I was the only one drinking. And they were like, I'm sorry, like, we're not drinking. I'm like, dudes, like, you have to drive through this blizzard to get home. I don't want you to drink, and I'm having a great time. I'm getting to talk all I want. I'm playing beer pong. I had Harry Potter going on, and like the Labyrinth, and like all the movies I like had fun watching. And I was just thoroughly enjoying myself. So I didn't care that no one was drinking. And then like everyone kind of brought me presents. Sarah got me a drink. Heather got me a little bottle of champagne. Hart got me Kirby socks, Alea got me birthday Oreos, and Shayna got me like a little goodie bag with candy and blue curacao. It was just nice, and I enjoyed it. Like, while only 5 people showed up, I was still very, very happy with it. I had a good time. So I just like throwing birthday parties now, because like I get drunk on my birthday, and I don't care. I'm not getting like blackout. I never get blackout. I have like 6 coolers and I'm happy. And sometimes I end up taking like a shot with friends, but sometimes that feels like too much. So yeah, 6 coolers. I'm happy. I'm good. I don't want to throw up after drinking anymore. I'm lucky I don't get hangovers. My aunt was like, I thought you didn't get hangovers when I was drinking at her house once. And like, cause I slept until like 12 and I'm like, yeah, I stay up till 2. I sleep like 8 to 9 hours. This is normal. She's like, okay. And I'm like, fuck off. Don't be annoying. But yeah, and I was just like, I'm having fun drinking with my friends. It's my birthday. I had fun with the Halloween party. My costume wasn't very good. I used to do so good at costumes, and now I'm like, I left it too late, now I don't have a good costume. But everyone else had good costumes. Like my friend Shayna, she came at my last Halloween party, she came as a Hogwarts student. And then Derek and his girlfriend came as Nacho Libre and the Nun. Teresa and Danny came as, what was her name? She has like the pencil thin eyebrows. Pamela Anderson and her boyfriend. I forget what Jenny came as. But then I didn't take any pictures, regrettably. I went as a vampire. So original. I feel like it'd be fun to go as Frankenstein. I've been seeing all those Monica Bellucci like makeup things, so I'm like, I should just do Frankenstein next year. Oh yeah, and then one of the best costumes was my like friend Hart. She came as Amy Winehouse and fully had like the huge push-up bras, like just poking out over her like cheetah print like crop top. She had like the pants. I think she had like the whale tail, like, I don't know if that was a part of it or not. And like she had like the wig on. She had like she was perfect. I had like the thing in the teeth. It was, I loved. Everyone was so good, and I was like, damn, I need to do better. So I think I will have another Halloween party this year. I would enjoy it. I would have a fun time, I think. I loved it when I did it at my house. But I didn't think I would. I was like, oh, my house is so small. It's like, you can't think that. Like, just invite the people you want to invite and have a good time. So yeah. That was just like my thought process about among all of that. But you know, it's whatever. I think it might be the mailman. So, well, I reached 25 minutes anyway, so I might as well end it here because if it's the mailman out there, I don't want him to hear me talking. I feel like this wasn't as hype as an episode as normal, but I barely talked about school. I'm moving on from this stress. Woo me. I'm doing grand. So thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna label this Dear Thrifting Diary or something. I don't know, because the majority it was thrifting. Or should I do Dear Halloween Diary? No, I'll do that in October. Yeah. But this was good. I had fun with this.